Hey y'all, I'm actually at my college campus right now. That's why it looks a little different. But I was, I say that to say this. I was in chapel this morning, which is like a worship service that we do here at Johnson. I was at chapel this morning, and I was just thinking, I was singing a song, and I got bogged down by thinking about my unworthiness and stuff. But then I got to think, should we really consider ourselves unworthy anymore? I've heard it said that because Christ died for you, God doesn't see you anymore. God sees what his son did. God sees his son's blood. And I think I agree with that. That sounds like a pretty decent and accurate thing to say. But if you would, turn with me to Romans 5:8. It's a familiar verse. A lot of you would probably know it if you heard it. If you don't know it already, don't know that verse. But God demonstrates his own love toward us in that while we were still sinners, Christ died for us. I'm sort of on two fronts about this. The way I see it is there are two different perspectives on worthiness. There's the worthiness you put on yourself and the worth Christ puts on you. The worth we put on ourselves because that we know we're sinners. But it's my thinking that if God didn't believe you were worthy of redemption, if he didn't believe that you were worthy to be with him on some level, I mean, he wouldn't, it's my opinion anyway, that he wouldn't have bothered if he didn't see some kind of value and some kind of worth in his creation. Because the fact that we're sinners doesn't change the fact that we're God's creation. I mean, Genesis 1:27, he created them in his own image. He created them male and female, he created them. I mean, God made us in his image, and the fact that sin entered that doesn't change it. So, there are two big things you can take away from this. One, you are worthy to stand before God because of what Christ did for you, and the fact that God doesn't see the sin in you anymore. He sees the Son. When you are born again, when you come into his kingdom, he sees his Son in you. He sees what he did. And the second thing is, you may be worthy to stand before God because of what Christ did, but never let that cloud your judgment, and yet you forget where you were, that you were in need of redemption. I mean, what I mean by that is never feel like, oh, I'm worthy. I'm the son of Abraham. I'm descendants of Abraham. I'm a son or a daughter of God. I'm so worthy because of my own. And look down on the people who maybe sin, who maybe struggle with something that you're still keen to struggle with, but that you say in your mind, oh, I'll never struggle with that. Be warned, that's where the devil gets you when you say that. I mean, all worthiness to God doesn't come from myself, it comes from what Christ did. So, should you feel, back to our question, should you feel unworthy now? Well, yes and no. You should feel unworthy because of your sin, and there should be a sense of reverence, a sense of understanding your own weakness and your own yowiness, of feeling that wasn't over you. But as to whether that should make you feel like God wouldn't want to bother with you, like you're too unworthy to stand before God and to tell Him your problem, to tell Him what you think, to tell Him your prayer needs. You're not. Because God loves to hear from His people. God wouldn't have sent His Son, Jesus Christ, to die for you if He didn't want to raise with you, if He didn't consider you worthy, and if He did want to hear from you every day. It delights God to hear from His people. So don't you dare. He has that sense of unworthiness. Don't you dare. Yes, I say to you that God doesn't even want to hear from you, that I'm so unworthy. When you feel like that, remember Christ. Remember what He did for you. Again, Christ wouldn't have died for you. God wouldn't have sent Christ to die for you if He didn't consider you one of the most worthy men or women on the planet, and something that He created, something that He sees value in. He just wouldn't have bothered. But thank you for listening to my video. I'll see you next week, and God bless.